The Fighting Tigers look to begin 2024 on a winning note as they face the defending region champ Red Devils. Hello again, everyone. This is Lee Bramlett. The Tigers are now 5-7 on the season following losses at the Sports Center over the weekend. Owensboro is 5-6 on the year after a loss to Evansville Memorial in a tournament at Henderson County on Saturday. Coming up, we'll recap the weekend game in Owensboro as well as preview tonight's matchup. Our pregame coverage this evening is brought to you in part by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service here on 104.3 The River.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
And welcome back to Owensboro as Breckinridge County makes its third visit to this city in the past 5 days to take on the Red Devils. The junior varsity game completed about 25 minutes ago. The Fighting Tigers fall to Owensboro in that contest by the final score of 46-35. The Tiger varsity visited the Sports Center for the second time over the weekend on Saturday, falling to Carlisle County. Saturday's outing saw Breckinridge County break out to a quick start with the 12-8 lead midway through the first quarter. But back-to-back three-pointers from the Comets gave them a lead they would not give up as the Tigers struggled in the second half against a taller Carlisle County team. Lance Poole led Breckinridge County with 13 points, while Hayden Brockman had 8 points and 8 rebounds as the Tigers shot just 29% for the game in suffering their fourth loss in the past 5 games. Both teams have gone back to the locker room to get some last-minute instructions before we start this game. When we return, we'll turn our attention to tonight's matchup with Owensboro as pregame coverage continues, brought to you by Hardinsburg Tire Service, back in 1 minute 30 seconds here on 104.3 The River.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
And work.
And play in my community.
They're part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the burger.
Breckinridge County and Owensboro set to play their first games of the new calendar year coming up in just a few minutes. The Red Devils come into this game with a record of 5 wins and 6 losses, with wins over Warren Central, Muhlenberg County, Apollo, Russellville, and Ballard Memorial. Owensboro is led in scoring by 5'5" senior Deshaun Sanders, who averages 18 points per game. 2 other players, 6'7" junior Keaton Hughes and fellow junior Will Hume, average in double figure scoring as a team. Owensboro averages 63 points per game on offense, giving up 59 per game. They shoot 47% from the field, 36% from three-point range, and 64% from the free throw line. Breckinridge County coming into the game averaging 59 points per game, giving up 57.5 per game. They're shooting 39% from the field, 25% from three-point range, and 62% from the free throw line. Mercer Rogers leads the team in scoring at 13.2 points per game. Braden Carmen leads the team in rebounding at 6.6 per contest. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups for tonight's game, as well as the opening tip-off as Breckinridge County prepares to take on Owensboro. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Pre-game coverage has been brought to you by the home folks of Hardinsburg Tire Service here on 104.3 The River.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Both teams back at the benches. We're just about ready to get this one underway. First, a look at the starting lineups for the home team, the Owensboro Red Devils. They will send out a 3-guard alignment with number 14, Deshaun Sanders at 1 guard. He's a 5'5", 146-pound senior, averaging 18.4 points per game. At another guard is 11, Marcus Holden, a 5'11", 168-pound junior, averaging 5.5 points per game. The third guard in the alignment is number 1, Caden Kaiser, a 5'8", 143-pound senior, who averages 2.2 points per game. The lone forward is number 21, Will Hume, 6'1.5", 154 pounds, a junior, averaging 10.3 points per game. And starting at center is number 44, Keaton Hughes, 6'7", 219, a junior, averaging 13.7 per game. Holden, Kaiser, Sanders the guards for Owensboro. Hume a forward, Hughes the center. Owensboro with a record of 5 wins and 6 losses are coached by Rod Drake. For Breckinridge County, starting at 1 guard will be number 10, Mercer Rogers, 6'1", 175, a junior, averaging 12.9 points per game. The other guard is number 30, Devin Spalding, 5'10", 150, a sophomore, averaging 5.3 points per game. Starting at forward is number 23, Lance Poole, 6'2", 190, a junior, 8.9 points per game. The other forward is number 13, Braxton Tall, 6'2", 170, a junior, averaging 5.5 per game. And starting at center, Braden Carmen, number 32, 6'1", 160, a junior, averages 6.1 points per game. Rogers and Spalding the guards for Breckinridge County, Tall and Poole the forwards. Carmen is the center. Breckinridge County comes into tonight's game with a record of 5 wins and 7 losses. They are coached by Jeff LaGrange, assisted by Jeremy Bennett and Lily Grimes Miller. Breckinridge County dressed in their road maroon with white numbers and letters. Owensboro in home white with black numbering lettering along with red trim. Breckinridge County will be moving to the right side of your radio dial as play gets underway here. For those of you that will be watching this later on video, as Mercer Rogers drives the basket, Tigers moving away from us as we're stationed in a corner of the arena as Mercer Rogers heads to the basket, drives and gets the layup. Breckinridge County with an early lead at 2-0. Tigers a year ago won at home against the Red Devils, 70-62. Shot missed by Owensboro at the other end. Tigers come away with the basketball. Mercer Rogers with it on the left side. Rogers tries to drive the basket, lobs it out to Lance Poole. Poole drives into the lane, goes up over Hughes, no good. We get a jump ball. The alternating possession will favor Owensboro. Red Devils with their second possession of the ball game. It will be Marcus Holden to inbounds as Breckinridge County picks up with full court pressure. Hume takes the basketball to get it to Sanders, back to Hume. We played about 40 seconds, Breckinridge County leading 2-0. Here's Hume with it on the left side, thought about the 3, now kicks it back to Sanders, who'll hold it out at long range. Here's a pass underneath, they find Hughes, who lays it up and in. Sanders just sidearmed it to Hughes, who was alone on the baseline, who puts it up and in. First tie of the night at 2. Rogers moves off the screen, sent by Carmen. Here's a bounce pass to Carmen, gets down the lane, and we get a blocking foul on Owensboro. Looks like that will be on Caden Kaiser. That'll be his first, team first. Rogers to inbounds for Breckinridge County. 6:51 to go here in the opening quarter. Tall thought about a 3, doesn't take it. Spalding will take a 3 and drain it. 3-pointer, Joe Benevaco, Plumbing and Rental 3-pointer. First of the night for Devin Spalding. Breckinridge County regains the lead at 5-2. 6:38 to go here in the first quarter. Sanders gets the basketball out front. Over on the right side, Kaiser with it. Now Hughes out front. Here's a 3 on the way by Hume. Back of the rim, no good. Fought for, rebound controlled by Braxton Tall. Devin Spalding tries to get it to Rogers, who has to rescue it. Ball gets tapped up in the air and rescued by Hume for Owensboro. He drives the basket, tries to lay it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Braden Carmen. Tigers running the other way. Rogers turn around, tries a little hook, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, rescued by Poole. Out front, here's Tall to try a 3-pointer, that is no good. Rebound pulled down by Sanders for Owensboro. 2 minutes and change into the game. Breckinridge County 5, Owensboro 2. Hume will try a 3 from the left side, drains it. Hume with his first points of the ball game, second tie of the game at 5. Breckinridge County with the basketball. Rogers drives, loops it over. Here's a three on the way by Poole. Front of the rim, no good. Hughes collects the rebound for Owensboro. Sanders quickly into the front court for the Red Devils, being guarded by Mercer Rogers. He'll bring it back out at long range. 2.5 minutes into the game, tied at 5. Caden Kaiser with the basketball, right side. Back out front to Hughes at the top of the key, almost near the three-point stripe. Now Hume with it. Hume back to Hughes. Or excuse me, that's Sanders. Sanders holds it out at long range. Holden with the basketball, being guarded by Poole. Deshaun Sanders kicks it over. Hume will launch a three-pointer. That is good. Back-to-back threes by Hume. Owensboro with their first lead of the ball game at 8-5. 4:47 to go in the opening quarter. Here is a drive down the lane. Tall tries to scoop, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound, pulled down by Braden Carmen. Tries to pull away from the Owensboro player. We get a jump ball with the alternating possession going to Breckinridge County. Substitution into the game for Owensboro's number 5, Will Rickard, a 5'5" junior who averages 2 points per game. Breckinridge County basketball underneath their own basket. Mercer Rogers to inbound for the Tigers. Rogers looking, brings it into Braden Carmen. Now Rogers along the baseline, dribbles out beyond the three-point arc. He'll launch a three, that is good. Joe Betabacco plumbing and rental three-point basket. First of the night for Mercer Rogers. Gives us our third tie of the game at 8 at the other end. Here is Kaiser trying a three-pointer. That's an air ball rescued by Sanders. Sanders drives the baseline, dishes off, has his shot blocked as he gives it to Holden. But we get a foul on Breckinridge County. That'll be on Braxton Tall. He picks up his first. That'll be the team first of the quarter. That sends Holden to the line for Owensboro. Check that, Caden Kaiser, number 1. Kaiser 3 of 7 on the season from the free throw line. Misses his first attempt. Chase Hardesty, number 1, checks into the lineup for Breckinridge County. Kaiser will get the second of the 2 free throws on the way. In the air, this one back of the rim, no good. Braden Carmen goes and gets the rebound for Breckinridge County. Tigers with the basketball, looking to regain the lead. Here's Spalding with it. Spalding drives the baseline, tries to put up a shot, blocked by Hughes. Out of bounds, Tigers will reset. Substitution number 2, Michael Acton will check into the lineup for Owensboro, a 5'7" freshman averaging 7.9 points per game. Rogers to inbound for Breckinridge County, gets it to Braden Carmen. Carmen working against Hughes, tries to go up, puts it off the glass and in. Braden Carmen with his first points of the ball game. Breckinridge County retakes the lead at 10-8. Here's a pass deflected, picked up by Mercer Rogers. Tigers with the basketball going the other way, kicks it over the corner. Hardesty thought about the three, doesn't take it. Spalding will take a three just off the top of the key, off the mark, no good. Hughes collects the rebound. Owensboro running the other way. Here's Hume with it for Owensboro, pulls up from 17, jumper on the way, no good. Rebound tipped around, Hughes has it. Carmen tried to get a hand on it, shot up and in, and a foul against Breckinridge County. Basket will be good by Hughes for his 4th point of the game. Braden Carmen picks up the foul, his first, team second. Hughes will go to the line to shoot free throws. Number 11, Jonah Miller checks into the lineup for Breckinridge County. Free throw on the way by Hughes is good. Hughes a 51% free throw shooter, but no problem with that one. Owensboro retakes the lead at 11-10. 3:24 to go here in the first quarter. Breckinridge County with the basketball. Hardesty with it, left side, gets it out front to Mercer Rogers. Now Braden Carmen with it. Carmen loops it down low to Hardesty. Goes up, shot on the way over Acton, rattles around and falls in. Chase Hardesty with his first points of the ball game. Breckinridge County retakes the lead at 12-11, coming down to 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Hughes underneath, goes up, tries a reverse layup and knocks it down. Keaton Hughes with his 7th point of the ball game. Owensboro with a 13-12 lead. Trying to give and go. Hardesty finds Rogers, heads to the glass, up and in. Nice look to Rogers and finishes at the basket. 7 points for Mercer Rogers. Breckinridge County retakes the lead at 14-13. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Back and forth action in a game that has seen 4 ties thus far. Tigers try to go for the steal, unsuccessful. Here is a 3 on the way by Sanders. That is good. Dejon Sanders with his first 3 of the ball game. Owensboro with a 16-14 lead. Rogers with the basketball. Jonah Miller down in the left corner, kicks it back out to Mercer Rogers. Tigers trying to stretch the floor just a bit. Braden Carmen with it. Tries to go in on Hughes, heads to the basket, has a shot blocked by Hughes, who pulls down the rebound and will get a reach-in foul, I believe, on Braden Carmen. Carmen will pick up his second foul. That'll be the team third. Hayden Brockman, 0-0, will check into the lineup for the Tigers, replacing Carmen with those 2 fouls. Lance Poole back in the ball game for Breckinridge County. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 16-14 is the score. Owensboro with the lead. Acton with it, trying to move off a screen, gets the ball to Keaton Hughes. Hughes will hand it back to Sanders. Sanders being guarded by Mercer Rogers. Hume will take it. Here is a drive in the lane. Rickard thought about it, but he'll hand it back to Sanders with 1:37 to go here in the quarter. Rickard takes it on the right side, tries to move off the screen, set by Hume. Here's Sanders going to launch a 3. That is good. Second 3 by Sanders. He's got 6 in the ball game. Owensboro with their biggest lead of the night at 19-14 with 1:19 to go here in the opening quarter. Hardesty with the basketball, hands it to Mercer Rogers. Rogers drives, lays it off the glass and in. Rogers with his 9th point of the ball game pulls the Tigers back to within 3 at 19-16. And Breckinridge County takes their first time out of the game. It comes with 1:08 remaining in the opening quarter. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road at Hardinsburg. With the score, Owensboro 19, Breckinridge County 16. Back in 30 seconds here on 104.3 The River.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
Breckinridge County takes the first time out of the game. 1 minute left to go here in the opening quarter. Tigers trail by 3, 19-16. Sanders with the basketball. Down low, they find Hughes underneath the basket, up and in. Hughes with his 9th point of the ball game. Offense was pulled towards Sanders. He whipped the pass into Hughes all alone underneath the basket, who puts it in for his 9th point. 21-16 now the score with 37 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Hardesty tries an off-balance fall-away jumper. That is good. Chase Hardesty with his 4th of the ball game. Tigers within 3 at 21-18. Final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Hume with the basketball, bluffs the 3, steps inside, now kicks it back out to Sanders. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. They find Hughes with it, kicks it out to Rickard. He'll pull up with a 3-pointer. That is no good. Rebound fought for. Acton gets it, goes the floor, falls out of bounds. And the ball will go back to Breckinridge County with 11.4 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Tigers with a chance to potentially tie it by the end of the half. Rogers with the basketball as Owensboro challenges. Rogers tries to move off the screen, set by Brockman. Here's the lob down low underneath. Poole puts it up and in. Nice look to Poole underneath the basket, who connects for his first point of the ball game. And it allows Breckinridge County to pull within 1 at 21-20. Tonight's first quarter has been brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab. Back in 60 seconds here on 104.3 The River. 2 spots.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lift chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic chews, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hardinsburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
As we come back to play, Keaton Hughes with his 11th point of the ball game to give Owensboro a 23-20 lead. Ball batted around Couple of turnovers in the process. Breckinridge County comes away with the basketball. 7:25 remaining here in the first half. Hardesty with the basketball, goes to the lane, tries to lay up a shot, but is swatted away by Hughes. And Breckinridge County will reset in the offense. First quarter featured 4 ties. Owensboro led by as many as 5 at 21-16. Tigers were able to cut it down to 1 before the Owensboro basket to start the quarter. Just underway here as a 3-point attempt is good. Mercer Rogers with a Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Rental 3-point basket, his second of the night. He's got 12 to lead Breckinridge County and gives us our 5th tie of the night at 23. 1 minute into this second quarter. Acton with it for the Red Devils, gets it over to Hume. Hume to Sanders, down in the left corner. Gets around Hardesty, pulls up with a 17-footer that is no good. Hughes had the rebound knocked away, picked up by Rogers down to the other end. Here's Miller with it. Miller lost the handle, got too far down underneath the basket, threw it back. It was deflected off an Owensboro player. And Breckinridge County will reset in their offense. 6:39 remaining here in the first half. A back-and-forth ball game. Breckinridge County looking to regain the lead here. Inbounds, comes into Jonah Miller. Miller looking, gives it to Chase Hardesty. Out front, Mercer Rogers will take it. 6:31 to go here in the quarter. Here is Jonah Miller, 12-footer, a short rebound, comes down to Will Hume for Owensboro. Red Devils into the front court. Michael Acton with it. Kicks it over to Deshaun Sanders for Owensboro. Sanders at long range, guarded by Chase Hardesty. Sanders will bring the ball back out front. Gets it over. Here's a 3 on the way by Acton. That is no good. Rebound to Hardesty for Breckinridge County. Tigers now on the run. Here is Mercer Rogers with it, being guarded by Marcus Holden. Lance Poole takes it. Left side for Breckinridge County. Cross-court pass. Finds Rogers all alone. Launches a 3. No good. Rebound Keaton Hughes for Owensboro. Hands it off to Acton. Tigers trying to push it, or Red Devils trying to push it into the front court. Here is Hughes, gets to the basket, puts it up and in. Saunders with his 8th point of the ball game. Owensboro retakes the lead at 25-23. Here is Poole, goes in the lane, puts it up over Hughes, rolls it in. Lance Poole with his 4th point of the ball game. Tie number 6 at 25. 5:27 remaining until halftime. Acton with the basketball for Owensboro. Acton brings it out to Sanders. Sanders looking, gets it over to Hume, left side. Here's Hughes being guarded by Brockman. Acton looking for Hughes down low. Now they get it to Holden in the lane. Drives on Miller, tries to put a little scoop shot and puts it in. Marcus Holden with his 1st points of the ball game. Owensboro regains the lead at 27-25. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Rogers with the basketball to Poole on the left side. Down low, they find Rogers underneath the basket. Was cut off, gives it to Brockman in the lane, pulls up 6-footer, in and out, no good. Fight for the rebounds, pulled down by Holden for Owensboro. Into the front court, Red Devils with it, dishes it in the corner. Hume will try a 3, left side, no good. Here is Hughes with the rebound, simply taken away by Lance Poole. Under pressure, got the ball to Brockman. Brockman could not close it down. And the ball goes out of bounds and back to Owensboro. Devin Spalding and Braxton Tall into the ball game. Also checking in is number 20, Todd Galloway for Breckinridge County, a 6'3 sophomore. And before anything else happens, timeout. Timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg. Back in 30 seconds. Score Breckinridge County at 25, Owensboro 27. One spot, please.
Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rentals been in business since 1973 and are still going strong and growing. They carry the largest selection of rental equipment in the area. They can also take care of all your residential and commercial plumbing needs. They haul rock, install cisterns, dig footers, basements, and backfill around your home. Call 270-756-2946. That's Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, located on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, a proud supporter of Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tigers.
Do you know what the Breckinridge County Health Department does? We do everything from pool inspections to site evaluations on septic tanks, the WIC program, women's health, immunizations, children and adults, disaster preparedness, and community health education, among many other things. For more information, you can call us at 270-756-5121 or go to our website, BreckinridgeCountyHealthDEPT.org. And good luck, Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers, from all of us at the Breckinridge County Health Department.
Breckinridge County takes their second time out of the game, trailing 27-25 with 4:33 remaining here in the first half. Leading scorers of the ball game, Mercer Rogers has 12 to lead Breckinridge County. It is Keaton Hughes with 11 for Owensboro, who will have the basketball when play resumes with 4:33 remaining here in the first half. Marcus Holden will inbounds underneath his own basket. Holden looking for somebody to bring it into. Acton will take it out front for Owensboro. Here's Holden, thought about a three, doesn't take it. Acton will take a three and knock it no good. A rebound batted around, and Lance Poole comes around with it. Sanders tries to knock it away and slaps it out of Poole's hands. It'll come back to Breckinridge County. We've had 6 ties in this ball game. Breckinridge County has led on a couple of occasions, and here's a steal as spinning to the lane, no good. Acton tried to get the layup to fall, doesn't. Tigers running the other way. Here is Devin Spalding for Breckinridge County. Spalding will bring it back out to Braxton Tall. Galloway with it, being guarded by Holden. Galloway drives, kicks it off to Poole. Poole drives to the lane, spins, goes over Holden, puts it off the glass and in. Poole with his 6th point of the night. Tie number 7 of the night at 27. Owensboro with the basketball. Saunders gets it to Acton on the right side. He'll bring it back out front to Hume at the time stripe. Now to Acton with it. Acton, as we have Cortland Howard, number 50, in the lineup for Owensboro. Here's Saunders with it, cut off by Mercer Rogers. Here is Howard, pulls up with a jumper over Galloway that is no good. Rogers goes and gets the rebound for Breckinridge County. Rogers across the time stripe for the Tigers. Ball gets knocked away, picked up by Saunders, who will head to the basket. He lays it up, hits the bottom of the backboard, but is bailed out as there's going to be a foul, I believe, on Breckinridge County. Devin Spalding picks up his first. That'll be the team first of the quarter, as it was in the act of shooting, so Saunders will head to the line. Has only missed on 1 free throw attempt all season. First one on the way is good. He now has 9 points in the ball game.
In for the Red Devils, number 35, Green, and number 5, Rickard.
Rickard checks back into the lineup of Owensboro. Keziah Green, number 35, a 6'1 senior, into the ball game for the first time. Sanders back to the free throw line. Second free throw is good. He now has 10 points in the ball game. Owensboro regains the lead at 29-27. Down to the corner, here's a three on the way by Spalding. Top of the backboard, no good. Rebound comes down to Green for Owensboro. Now Saunders with it, into the front court, lobs it over in the corner to Rickard. Rickard on the right side, brings it back out front to Saunders, drives on Spalding, into the lane, dishes off to Acton. Shot no good, partially blocked. Second shot partially blocked. Fight for the rebound, and we'll get a foul on Breckinridge County. I believe that's going to be Devin Spalding. That'll be his second foul, team second of the quarter. Jonah Miller and Chase Hardesty will check into the game for Breckinridge County. Clock arrested at 2 minutes 52 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Owensboro 29, Breckinridge County 27. Here's the inbounds to Acton, puts up the shot, got it. Acton with his first points of the ball game to make it 31-27. Owensboro now picking up with full court pressure. Tigers get into the front court. Braxton Tall almost lost the handle. Under pressure, gets the ball to Miller. Miller goes up over Hume, puts it up and in, and draws a foul. Nice move to the basket there by Miller for his first points of the ball game. Foul is going to be on Hume. That'll be his first, team first of the quarter.
Foul on number 5, Rickard.
Actually, they're going to get Rickard with the foul.
Team first. Miller at the line, shoot 1.
Jonah Miller heads to the line to try to complete a three-point play and pull Breckinridge County to within 1, and it does. Miller now with 3 points on the night. Tigers to within 1 at 31-30. Coming down to 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Sanders with the basketball. Being guarded by Chase Hardesty, tries to move off a screen from Green. They get it over to Rickard on the right side. Rickard looking for someone to get it to. Now Sanders comes out to take it, caught in the double team. Dishes out to Rickard. He'll square up for a three. On the way, got it. Had Braxton Tall flying at him, but Rickard steps up and knocks down the three. And it gives Owensboro a 34-30 lead. Down to 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Three on the way, the other end, Hardesty, no good. Race for the rebound, goes out of bounds, and it comes back to Owensboro. Saunders gets the inbound from Hume. 1:55 remaining here in the opening half of play. Owensboro with a 4-point lead and the basketball. Here's Rickard with it. Thought about the three, doesn't take it. Being guarded by Tall. Looking down low for Green. Here's Acton, pulls up, free throw line on the way, got it. Acton with his 4th point of the ball game. Owensboro with their biggest lead of the night at 36-30. Down to 1.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Here's Braxton Tall. Tall kicks it out to Jonah Miller. Intended pass going to Poole, but deflected out of bounds. Breckinridge County will reset the offense. At side front court with 1:25 to go. Mercer Rogers got a quick breather, and he's back into the ball game to replace Lance Poole. Braxton Tall to inbounds for Breckinridge County. Brings it into Jonah Miller with 1:22 remaining here in the first half. Here is Rogers into the lane, gets it to Galloway. Galloway caught on the baseline and stepped on the baseline, and turnover will give it back to Owensboro with 1:16 to go here in the half. Hayden Brockman checks into the ball game for Breckinridge County. Sean Saunders will bring the ball up the floor for Owensboro with 1:12 remaining in the half. Rickard with it on the right side. Breckinridge County showing what looks like 1-3-1, maybe fades into a 2-3 zone. Rickard with the basketball to the top of the key. Thought about a three, now hands it off to Green. Down underneath, here's Acton, gets around Brockman, reverse layup is good. Acton with his 6th point of the ball game. Owensboro now with an 8-point advantage, final minute of the first half. Their biggest lead of the night at 38-30. And here's a pass intended for Brockman, picked off by Green, thought about a three, kicks it over in the corner. Rickard will launch a three right side, got it. Rickard with his 2nd three of the game. Owensboro, just like that, has now pushed it out to double digits at 41-30. Rogers will try and answer with a three at the other end, does. Joe Betabacco, Plumbing and Metal, 3-pointer, 3rd of the night for Mercer Rogers. Pulls it back to an 8-point game at 41-33, under 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Saunders holds it out near the time stripe as Owensboro presumably to go for the last shot here. Down to 7 seconds. Rickard with it, gets it to Acton on the right side. Here's Hume with it, brings it out front to Green, and they will not get off the shot. Actually, Green just throws it up, hits the back of the rim, no good. The first half has come to an end. Tonight's 2nd quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harned. The halftime score is Owensboro 41, Breckinridge County 33. Back in 2 minutes here on 104.3 The River.
The next game for the Red Devils is Saturday against
4 spots, please. 4 spots.
Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Breckinridge County High School alumni Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow at Legacy Physical Therapy salute you, Breckinridge County, and support Breckinridge County sports. Legacy Physical Therapy is an outpatient physical therapy clinic proudly serving Breckinridge County with that Tiger pride. Located at 237 Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow and their staff are very proud to serve their patients and their community. At Legacy Physical Therapy, they treat people, not patients.
A 10-0 run late in the first half has given Owensboro an 8-point lead at 41-33 over Breckinridge County. It has been a closely fought game with 7 ties on the night. Breckinridge County had their biggest lead of the game at 5-2. The last lead they held was at 14-13. Owensboro then took the lead back, had a 21-20 lead at the end of the first quarter. 3 more ties in the quarter. Breckinridge County fell behind 31-27, closed the margin down to 1 on a three-point play by Jonah Miller, but then Owensboro responded with a 10-0 run, took an 11-point lead at 41-30 before a late three by Mercer Rogers pulled Breckinridge County back to within 8 at the midway mark, 41-33. The halftime show brought to you by Highway 60 Pond. We'll be back with individual scoring coming up after this 2-minute timeout here on 104.3 The River.
Are you aware of all the healthcare services offered right here in Breckinridge County? Allison Mattingly here from Breckinridge Health to let you know there are so many services we provide right here so you don't have to travel far. Surgery, new providers, ear, nose, and throat, outpatient therapy services, cardiac rehab, and so much more. To find out more about the services offered, call 270-756-7000 or go to www.mybreckhealth.org.
41-33 is the halftime score. Breckinridge County trailing Owensboro at the midway point. First half scoring, Breckinridge County being led right now by Mercer Rogers. He has 3 Joe Bettabaco Plumbing and Rental three-point baskets, along with 3 two-point field goals for his 15 points on the night. From there, it's 6 points in the ball game to Lance Poole, 4 in the game to Chase Hardesty, 3 points to Jonah Miller, 2 points to Braden Carmen, also a 3-point basket by Devin Spalding. Seeing playing time but not scoring, Hayden Brockman, Braxton Tall, and Todd Galloway. For Owensboro, being led right now by Deshaun Sanders. He has actually make that Keaton Hughes the leading scorer. Hughes has 11 points at halftime. Deshaun Sanders with 10. 6 each to Will Hume and Michael Acton. Marcus Holden with 2 points in the ball game. Also 6 points to Will Rickard. Kajia Green and Cade Arnold with playing time in the first half for Owensboro, but did not score. Make that Kaiser and Green with playing time. They did not score. Foul situation, no one in any real foul trouble at the moment. The only players in any sort of foul trouble would be Braden Carmen, who picked up 2 fouls, and Devin Spalding with 2. No one for Owensboro had any more than 1 foul. That also reflects in the free throw shooting in the ball game. Owensboro is 3 of 5 from the line. Deshaun Sanders went 2 of 2. Keaton Hughes made his lone free throw attempt, while Caden Kaiser missed on his 2 attempts. Breckinridge County only got to the free throw line 1 time. Jonah Miller completing the free throw as part of a 3-point play late in the second quarter. Want to remind you that on Friday night's edition of Fighting Tiger Basketball, we will be announcing the Player of the Week, brought to you by Subway on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg. Last week's recipient was Lady Tiger guard Elizabeth Grimes. A reminder of what's coming up for you here on 104.3 The River. We'll be back in action on Friday night. Tigers will be at home to host Edmonson County. That game gets underway. The varsity at 7 o'clock will be on the air at around 6:45 with the coverage. We'll also have Lady Tiger basketball as the Lady Tigers go back in action. They will be down at Muhlenberg County for a 7 o'clock game. Mark Grimes will have coverage of that game at 6:45. We'll have that for you from WXBC1043.com and the 104.3 The River mobile app. Lady Tigers will be in action on Saturday afternoon. They'll head to Bowling Green to take on Graves County. Mark will have the coverage of that game beginning just before 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Second half action coming up here. The halftime show brought to you by Highway 60 Pond. The score, Owensboro 41, Breckinridge County 33. Back in 2 minutes here on 104.3 The River.
At Wright Implement, you'll find the full line of John Deere mowers, gators, tractors, ag equipment, John Deere apparel, toys, and more, along with a complete line of Steel and Honda power equipment. And we have a parts and service department that's second to none. Wright Implement has 15 locations throughout Kentucky and southern Indiana to serve you. The right equipment, the right service, and always the right price. Wright Implement, serving great customers like you since 1936. Online at wrightimp.com.
Second half underway here at Owensboro as Lance Poole gets a pass from Mercer Rogers and knocks it down for his 8th point of the ball game. Breckinridge County back to within 6 at 41-35. Lee Bramlett with you at Owensboro High School. As the Tigers taking on the Red Devils here this evening. Here's a shot up, no good by Owensboro. Breckinridge County on the run. Here is Poole driving to the basket, puts it up and in. Lance Poole with 10 points in the ball game. Tigers back to within 4 at 41-37, 7:11 to go here in the third quarter. Saunders lobs the ball to Keaton Hughes. Hughes kicks it back to Caden Kaiser. Now Sanders will hold it up with 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. Marcus Holden with the basketball. Both teams back with their starting 5. Here's Deshaun Sanders driving to the basket, has it slapped away from behind by Rogers. Owensboro will reset the offense. Very quickly, though, Coach Roderick goes to the bench. Holden will sit down as Will Rickard will check back into the lineup. Inbounds comes into Hughes, lost the handle, has it slapped out of his hands. Last touched by Breckinridge County. Owensboro will reset the offense with 6:50 remaining here in the third quarter. Rickard looking, finally brings it in. Here's a 3 on the way by Kaiser. Kicks off the top of the rim and the backboard. Rebound comes down to Breckinridge County as Mercer Rogers into the front court. Rogers driving against Hughes, now kicks it out. Tall bluffs a 3. Being guarded by Will Hume, he'll back it out. Now kicks it over to Rogers. Rogers drives against Hughes. Dishes back out to Lance Poole. Poole drives, pulls up, 8-footer looks short. Here's Rogers on the rebound, trying to go up over Hughes. Thinks better of it, kicks it out. Now Poole will launch a 3-pointer that is no good. Hughes goes and gets the rebound for Owensboro. Tough sequence there. Breckinridge County had a couple of chances to pull within 2. Owensboro comes away with the basketball as Kaiser will hand it back to Rickard. Rickard will hold it out at long range. Now gets the ball to Saunders. Coming down to 6 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Rickard will launch a 3 left side, no good. Rebound pulled down by Braden Carmen, slapped away. Owensboro tries to rescue it, unable to do so, and Breckinridge County will get it back. If you're just coming across the dial, Owensboro 41, Breckinridge County 37. We've had 7 ties in this ball game. Owensboro has led by as many as 11 at 41-30. Breckinridge County held leads early on in the game, held a 5-2 lead. Their last lead was at 14-13. Here's Mercer Rogers driving to the lane, goes up over Hughes, tries to get the shot to go, no good. Fight for the rebound, pulled down by Saunders for Owensboro. Poole trying to force a steal, couldn't get it. Here's Saunders in the front court, driving into the lane. Now kicks it back out to Kaiser. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the third. Rickard gets the ball to Sanders. Sanders moves off the screen. Now kicks it over to Hume. Rickard in the left side. Now drives down the lane past Carmen, puts it off the glass and in. Rickard with his 8th point of the ball game. Owensboro 43, Breckinridge County 37. Lobbing the ball ahead. Here's Devin Spalding with it. Had an opportunity as a 3 is on the way. Good by Mercer Rogers. His 4th Joe Benebaco Plumbing and Metal 3-pointer of the night. Pulls the Tigers to within 3 at 43-40. 4:55 remaining here in the third quarter. Rickard with the basketball for Owensboro. Gets it to Kaiser on the left side. Kaiser will bring him back out to Hughes. Underneath, here's Rickard with it. Goes up, puts the shot up over Carmen and in. 10 points for Rickard in the ball game. 45-40 the score. Owensboro trying to apply full court pressure. Breckinridge County able to throw over the top of the press. Tall will get it back to Mercer Rogers. They lob it to Carmen at the free throw line. Here's Tall with it, thought about a 3. Now drives into the lane. Looking for somebody to get it to. Here is Spalding with it, right side. Spalding looking, gets it to Braden Carmen. Out to Lance Poole. Poole drives on Saunders, goes to the glass, puts it up and in. Nice drive there by Poole, who's got 12 points in the ball game. Breckinridge County again to within 3 at 45-42. Halfway through this third quarter of play. Kaiser with the basketball. Hume to Saunders. He'll bring it back to balance the arc. Now here's Kaiser with it. Kaiser looking, he'll launch a 3-pointer straight away, no good. High arching shot, fought for Saunders, gets it, has it knocked out of his hands and picked up by Mercer Rogers for Breckinridge County. Tigers trying to push the ball up the floor. Here is Poole with it, forces up the shot, gets the kind roll. 14 now for Lance Poole. Breckinridge County has pulled back to within 1 at 45-44, 3:22 remaining here in the third quarter. Kaiser with it for Owensboro on the left side. Steps in the arc now, steps back. He'll kick it over to Rickard. They'll lob the ball to Hughes. Ball gets batted away, picked up by Hume. Hume will again lob it inside for Hughes. Ball gets knocked away. Out of bounds, last touch by Breckinridge County. Substitutions for the Tigers. Hardesty and Miller will check into the lineup. Owensboro brings Michael Acton into the ball game.
In for the Red Devils, number 2, Acton.
Owensboro basketball to inbounds underneath their own basket. Acton with it with 3:04 remaining. Acton gets it back from the corner, drives down the lane, lays it up and in. Acton with his 8th point of the ball game. 47-44 down at the other end. Basket good by Mercer Rogers, and he draws a foul. Tigers quickly push the ball up the floor, and Rogers puts it in. Will Hume will pick up his first foul, team first of the quarter. Now Rogers will go to the line for Breckinridge County, looking to tie the game up. Free throw on the way, rattles out, no good, tipped up in the air, and Hughes gets the rebound. Tigers had a golden opportunity there to tie this game up. Instead, Owensboro maintains a 1-point edge. Here's Rickard going to launch a 3. That is no good. Rebound to Jonah Miller for Breckinridge County. Tigers with a chance to take the lead on this possession. Here's Hardesty driving into the lane, puts up his shot, blocked by Hume. Hardesty rescues the ball into Braden Carmen. Carmen pump fakes, puts up the shot, blocked by Hughes, gets his own miss. Carmen trying to fight, puts up the shot, banks it off the glass, no good. Rebound Hughes with it for Owensboro, knocked away, picked up by Braxton Tall. Tall kicks it out front. Here's Rogers to launch a 3, short. Rebound comes down to Saunders for Owensboro. Another big sequence there. Tigers could not convert. Sanders at the other end can't get it to go. Acton has his shot blocked, but is a foul before that against Breckinridge County. Foul is going to be on Chase Hardesty. That'll be his first, team first.
Team foul number 1.
At the line, it is Michael Acton, the freshman, 62.5% free throw shooter on the season. Makes the free throw for his 9th point of the ball game. Todd Galloway will check into the lineup for Breckinridge County. Green will check in for Owensboro. Second free throw by Acton is good. 10 for Acton in the ball game. Owensboro back to a 3-point lead, 49-46, coming down to 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Jonah Miller with the basketball, finds Rogers underneath, puts up the shot, rolls it in. Rogers with 22 in the ball game. Breckinridge County pulls back to within 1 at 49-48. Rickard thought about a 3, doesn't take it. He'll hand it back to Sanders with 1:45 remaining. Sanders on a crossover, pulls up, jumper on the way, banks it in for a 3-point basket. Sanders with his 13th of the ball game. Owensboro with a 4-point lead, 52-48. Tall thought about a 3, drives into the lane, puts it off the glass short. Rebound comes down to Owensboro. Down the lane here is Rickard, tries to reverse layup and puts it in. Rickard with his 12th point of the ball game. Owensboro back out to a 6-point lead, 54-48. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Mercer Rogers tries to reverse layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Sanders, has the ball knocked away. Rogers trying to hang on to it. Loose ball picked up by Galloway for Breckinridge County. Galloway lost the handle, gets it to Miller. Back out front, Rogers with it. Over the corner, Braxton Tall tries a 3, right side, no good. Rebound comes down to Saunders for Owensboro. Here is Saunders, no-look pass, finds Acton, lays it up and in. Acton with his 12th point of the ball game. Owensboro now with an 8-point edge, 56-48. Here is Hardesty, drives and will get a charge on Chase Hardesty. Hardesty tried to clear a little space, but he was caught with the giving the forearm. And he will pick up his second foul, a player control foul with 41.7 seconds remaining here. Multiple substitutions. Devin Spalding, Braxton Tall, Todd Galloway, Lance Poole, and Jonah Miller in the ball game for Breckinridge County. Acton will inbound to Deshaun Sanders, Marcus Holden, Cade Arnold, and Kajia Green in for Owensboro with 30 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Here's Arnold with the basketball. Arnold kicks it back to Holden. Now Sanders with it. Sanders driving, gets to the lane. He'll pull up a high arching shot and rolls it in. Baseline jumper for his 15th point of the ball game. And Owensboro, like that, is up by 10, 58-48. Coming down to the final seconds of this quarter. Pass batted away, picked up by Green for Owensboro. He'll head to the basket, lay it up and in. Green with his first 2 points of the ball game, and Owensboro has their biggest lead of the night. A desperation heave by Breckinridge County is no good. And that will take care of the third quarter, brought to you by Hardinsburg Nursing and Rehab, The score, Breckinridge County 60, Owensboro 48. Back in 60 seconds here on 104.3 The River.
So you've heard us talking about Brandenburg Telecom, and we could have chosen any other provider for our phone, internet, TV, and security service, but we chose Brandenburg Telecom.
It is not hard to find a good deal these days. What it is hard to find is a provider that delivers the best value of service. That's exactly what we're getting with Brandenburg Telecom.
They don't trick you with introductory rates.
They don't keep you waiting for service or waiting on the phone.
When they say they're going to do something, they do it.
Brandenburg Telecom are people who live
and work
and play in my community.
They're part of this community, and that's why they care.
If you only have one service with Brandenburg Telecom, you're missing out on their other great services.
Give them a chance.
You won't be disappointed. I'm ready for the burger.
Within one at 49-48, but then Owensboro responded with an 11-0 run, and they enjoy their biggest lead of the game now at 60-48, headed into the fourth quarter. Green with a bounce pass down low, ball batted around, and it's picked up by Devin Spalding for Breckinridge County. And we'll get a reach-in foul on Owensboro. Foul is going to be on Michael Acton as he picks up his team first of the quarter. Leading scorers in the ball game, Mercer Rogers with 22 points for the Tigers. Across the way, it is Saunders with 15 for Owensboro. Breckinridge County trying to break the press. Owensboro able to intercept the pass. Here's Saunders, lobs it ahead. No look to Sanders. Tries to bank it up, no good. Acton tries to put the rebound up, has it knocked out of his hands. Out front, Green with it. Steps into the lane, puts up a little floater, no good. Braden Carmen goes and gets the rebound for Breckinridge County. Here's Mercer Rogers into the front court. Holden all over him. Could have used a call there. Finally, they're going to get it. As Holden will pick up the foul, which will be his first, team second. Tigers will inbound at side front court with 7:17 remaining in this ball game. Tigers had a chance to take the lead at 49-48, could not convert. And Owensboro using a run to enjoy what is their biggest lead. Breckinridge County will need to answer one more time. Hardesty with the basketball, gets it to Lance Poole on the left side. Carmen with it, over to Devin Spalding. Spalding on the wing, gets it to Chase Hardesty. Hardesty looking, trying to find Rogers on the cut, can't find it. Bad pass will get away from Breckinridge County. At Carmen and Spalding, pass was going back towards the time stripe. Carmen was starting to cut towards the basket, and the turnover will give it back to Owensboro with 6:45 left to go in this game. Red Devils leading 60-48. Loose ball by Arnold, picked up by Devin Spalding for Breckinridge County. Spalding caught in a double team, gets it to Chase Hardesty. Hardesty over to Poole. Poole goes into the lane, has the ball knocked out of his hands, picked up by Saunders for Owensboro. Saunders drives, spins in the lane, lost the handle, picked up by Hardesty. Tigers running the other way. Hardesty cut off by Arnold. Looking, lobs it over to Rogers. He'll launch a three-pointer, got it. Joe Bennett back home, plumbing a rental, three-point basket. It's the fifth of the game for Mercer Rogers. He's got 25.
30-second timeout called by Breckinridge County.
Breckinridge County will take a timeout. We'll keep it here for the moment. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hardinsburg. Allows us a chance to catch our breath here to get you set up for the remainder of this game. Breckinridge County trailing Owensboro 60-51. Tigers' last lead of this ball game was at 14-13. They had closed it down to 1 at 31-30 before a 10-0 run by Owensboro to win the first half, gave the Red Devils a 8-point lead. Breckinridge County fought their way back down to 49-48 late in the third quarter, but then an 11-0 run by Owensboro has pushed the margin back out. They've led by as many as 12 in this ball game. The current deficit for the Tigers is at 9, 6:11 to go in this ball game. Breckinridge County has 2 timeouts remaining. Owensboro will have their full component of 5 timeouts. Holden tries to go up for a shot, ball knocked out of his hands. Ball goes to the floor, still on the floor, still being fought for. Finally will get the jump ball, and the alternating possession will give it to Breckinridge County. Braxton Tall will check into the lineup for the Tigers. Will Hume checks in for Owensboro. Leading scorers in the ball game, Mercer Rogers with 25 points for Breckinridge County. Deshaun Sanders leading Owensboro with 15. They run the takeoff play, finding Rogers down at the other end, lays it off the glass and in. Mercer Rogers with 27 points in the ball game. 60-53, 5:47 left in regulation. Owensboro with the basketball and a 7-point lead. Here is Rickard with it, thought about a three-pointer, now brings it back. He'll hold it out at long range now. Owensboro slowing it down just a bit here with that 7-point lead. Acton with it, gets the ball to Hughes. Rickard thought about a three, cut off by Tall, now steps to the lane, bounce pass picked off by Braxton Tall. Tigers into the front court, here's Tall, he lost the handle, picked up by Saunders. Saunders will go to the basket, he lays it off the glass and in. Saunders has 17 in the ball game, makes it a 62-53 ball game. Coming down to 5 minutes remaining in regulation. Spalding will launch a three-pointer, got it! Joe Benebaco, Plumbing and Rental, three-pointer, second of the night for Devin Spalding. Tigers cut it to within 6, 62-56 with 4:48 left in regulation. Saunders with it, kicks it over the corner. Hume will launch a three-pointer, that is good. Hume with his third three of the night. Takes Owensboro back to a 9-point lead at 65-56. Here is Rogers driving, and he traveled with the basketball. Ran up against Hughes, and they say when he spun around, he drug the pivot foot. Jonah Miller will check into the lineup for Breckinridge County. Owensboro with the basketball with 4 minutes, 29 seconds left in the ball game as Breckinridge County elects to pick up full court pressure. Here is Acton driving right down the lane as the Tiger defense was spread, and Acton connects for his 14th point of the ball game. 67-56 the score. As Jonah Miller, very close to an over and back call, catches the break there. Rogers pulls up three, doesn't go. Rebound Hughes tries to get it in, gets it to Saunders. 4 minutes left in regulation. Owensboro up 11 as a Saunders tries a shot, no good. Hughes spins, turnaround jumper, basket good, and he draws the foul. Hughes with his 13th of the ball game. Foul is going to be on Breckinridge County's Jonah Miller. That'll be his first, team first of the quarter. Hughes with 13 points of the ball game made his only free throw attempt of the night. On the way and good. 70-56, just like that. Owensboro has pushed it out to a 14-point lead. Here's Braden Carmen underneath going up against Hughes. Kicks it back out front to Braxton Tall. Tall spins in the lane, puts up the little floater, can't get it to go off the front of the rim, and Hughes collects the rebound. Into the front court. Owensboro with it over in the corner. Acton with it, bounce pass finding Hughes. Caught in the double team, has it taken away by Braden Carmen. Tigers bring it back up the floor, moving to the left side of your radio dial here in the second half. Mercer Rogers three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound kept in bounds, fought for, tapped around. Rogers with it, gets it to Braxton Tall in the lane. Pulls up with a jumper from 8, got it. Braxton Tall's first points of the ball game. Makes it a 70-58 score, coming down to 3 minutes left in regulation. Nola passes, Acton gets to the lane, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Hughes with the putback, no good. Fight for the rebound, ball goes to the floor, still on the floor. Breckinridge County and Owensboro fighting for it, will get a jump ball, and the alternating possession will favor Owensboro. 2 minutes, 54 seconds to go in this fast-moving game. And Owensboro will take their first timeout. Brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road. With the score, Owensboro 70, Breckinridge County 58.
Experience the difference of the Big Green Egg ceramic cooker from Irvington Gas Company. It's a smoker, a grill, and oven, all in one. It's easy to start, reaching cooking temperatures in just 10 minutes with temperature control so you can cook to perfection. It's safer to use and it's easy to clean up. Stop by Irvington Gas Company on Highway 79 to see the Big Green Egg and other gas grills available. Irvington Gas Company, serving this area for more than 75 years.
Owensboro 70, Breckinridge County 58, 2 minutes 54 seconds left in regulation. Breckinridge County has 2 timeouts remaining. Owensboro has 4. Neither team close to the bonus at this point. Breckinridge County has committed 1 foul in the quarter, Owensboro 2. The possession arrow favors the Red Devils when play resumes with just under 3 minutes left in regulation. Breckinridge County being led by Mercer Rogers, who has 27 points on the night. 17 for Deshaun Saunders for Owensboro. Red Devils trying to get it in. Aaron pass gets away. Saunders will be able to pack it in. He was able to go into the backcourt and pull it down. And the Red Devils maintain the possession with 2:45 left in this game. Rickard with the basketball. Rickard looking, tries to move off the screen from Hughes. Breckinridge County now trying to foul to see if they can get Owensboro to the line. We get what will be a foul on Breckinridge County. Mercer Rogers will pick up his first foul. That'll be the team's second. Coach Jeff LaGrange pleading for a jump ball there. Breckinridge County line up tall. Rogers, Carmen, Hardesty, and Poole. Hacked into inbounds for Owensboro. Gets it to Saunders along with Hume, Hughes, and Rickard in the game. Down to 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. 70-58. Breckinridge County trails by 12. Here's a bounce pass underneath to Rickard. He lays it off the glass and in. Rickard with his 14th point of the ball game to make it 72-58. Here is a layup good by Braxton Tall. Tall with his 4th point of the ball game, now 72-60 down to the other end. Here's Hughes with the layup. Hughes just got the ball underneath, and Breckinridge County could not react in time. He's got 16 in the ball game, and Owensboro comes away with a turnover on the pressure. Here is Saunders with a little floater, doesn't go. Fight for the rebound. He is put bucket in by Hughes, and is fouled. Foul is going to be on Breckinridge County's Braden Carmen. That'll be his 3rd. And Owensboro starting to slip away here with 1:46 left to go in this ball game. Substitutions, Devin Spaulding back in the lineup. As to the line, Hughes' free throw attempt is good. He's 3 for 3 on the night. Hughes now with 19 in the ball game, and Owensboro leads 77-60. Poole with the basketball for Breckinridge County. Now here is 15-footer on the way, no good by Spaulding, but he is fouled.
Foul number 14, Sanders. That is his first.
Sanders picks up his first. That's the team 3rd of the quarter. Devin Spaulding will go to the line for Breckinridge County. He's got a pair of free throws. 1:35 left in this ball game, 77-60. As the free throw no good by Spaulding, he'll get one more attempt. He's got 6 in the ball game. Ryan Nottingham, number 2, will check into the lineup for Breckinridge County. Spaulding will get one more attempt. Free throw is in the air. This one is good. Spaulding with 7 in the ball game, 77-61. Owensboro with the basketball, 1:30 left to go in this game. Double team pressure and a foul. No timeout by Owensboro. This timeout brought to you by JLM Services on Ballpark Road in Hartonsburg. With the score, Owensboro 77, Breckinridge County 61. Back in 30 seconds here on 104.3 The River.
If you need home medical equipment, rely on Taylor Pharmacy. They deliver home medical equipment such as oxygen, lip chairs, hospital beds, and CPAP machines to Breckinridge and surrounding counties. They have everything a patient needs for recuperating at home. Taylor Pharmacy does so much more than fill prescriptions. They carry a full line of diabetic chews, have a gift department, and of course make delicious tailor-made fudge in a variety of flavors that include sugar-free. Stop by Taylor Pharmacy in Hartonsburg and see why your family and the Taylor Pharmacy family make a good team.
1:28 left in regulation. Owensboro 77, Breckinridge County 61. 2 quick runs by Owensboro really will be the decider in this ball game as Breckinridge County gets an outlet as they force a turnover as Rogers lays it up and in for his 29th point of the ball game. 77-63, a run to end the second quarter and a run to end the third quarter. Really the deciders here as Sanders gets the layup at the other end. 79-63. Down to 1 minute in regulation as Spalding launched a three from the right side, blocked by Hughes. Braxton Tall will check back into the ball game for Breckinridge County. Both times, two big runs by Owensboro after Breckinridge County had cut the deficit to 1, 31-30 in the second, 49-48 in the third. Here's the inbounds. Nice look from Tall to Spalding. Spalding now with 9 points of the ball game, 79-45. Full court pressure being employed. Owensboro able to get into the front court. Here's Hughes down to the other end. He'll stuff. 81-65, 16-point lead. 35 seconds left to go in this ball game. Rogers with the basketball, bluffs the three, now drives the lane, lost the handle, loose ball, gets it back out. Tall will launch a three straight away, no good. Rebound comes down to Hughes with 25 seconds remaining. Acton gets the ball ahead to Rickard. Rickard tries to run away from the Tiger defense. He gets it to Acton. Hume with the basketball with 10 seconds remaining. And Breckinridge County will not contest the issue as time will run out in this ball game as Breckinridge County falls to Owensboro by the final score of 81-65. Tonight's fourth quarter has been brought to you by Commonwealth Machining on Rupert Askins Lane in Harnett. Back in 2 minutes with our post-game coverage here on 104.3 The River.
How many times have you called someplace and heard this?
For customer service, press 1.
At First State Bank, when you call one of their 3 locations, you'll hear this.
First State Bank, this is Michelle. How may I help you?
From opening a checking or savings account to home or commercial loans, you'll get a friendly voice ready to assist with your banking needs. Call or stop by today and find out why for more than 100 years, First State Bank, where your friends bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Online at firststatebankky.com.
He falls to Owensboro tonight, 81-65 in a hard-fought game throughout the contest. Back and forth affair. A game featured 7 ties. Breckinridge County held leads at 2-0, 5-2, at 11-12, and their last lead at 14-13. Owensboro led by as many as 5 in the first quarter, 21-16, before the Tigers cut it back to 21-20. Owensboro led by as many as 4 in the early stages of the second quarter, 31-27. Breckinridge County had cut it to 31-30 on a Jonah Miller three-point play, but then Owensboro finished the half on a 10-0 run to take a 41-33 lead into the locker room. Breckinridge County fought back in the third quarter, had cut the deficit to 49-48 with a couple of chances to take the lead but could not convert. Owensboro responded with an 11-0 run to end the third quarter. They held a 60-48 lead. The closest Breckinridge County could pull it from there was 62-56. Owensboro would take the margin back out to double figures, led by as many as 17 of the game at 77-60 before the final margin rests at 81-65. Breckinridge County defeated by Owensboro on this Tuesday evening. We'll be back with a look at individual scoring in just a moment as the post-game show brought to you by TGH Machine and Welding. The Print Place and Beachy Dogs back in 2 minutes here on 104.3 The River.
Do you know what the Breckinridge County Health Department does? We do everything from pool inspections to site evaluations on septic tanks, the WIC program, women's health, immunizations, children and adults, disaster preparedness, and community health education, among many other things. For more information, you can call us at 270-756-5121 or go to our website, BreckinridgeCountyHealthDEPT.org. And good luck, Breckinridge County Fighting Tigers, from all of us at the Breckinridge County Health Department.
81-65, the final score. Breckinridge County defeated by Owensboro tonight. To take a look at the final scoring for the game, Breckinridge County is led by Mercer Rogers, I believe, who's had a season-high 29 points on the night. That included a total of 5 Joe Betabacco plumbing and rental three-point baskets. Rogers leads Breckinridge County with 29 points scoring on the night. From there it is Lance Poole finishing with 14 points. Devin Spalding had 9 on the evening. Scoring drops off from there as Braxton Tall finishes with 4 points of the ball game. Jonah Miller had 3. 2 in the ball game to Braden Carmen. Playing time tonight for Hayden Brockman, Todd Galloway, and Ryan Nottingham. They did not score. For Owensboro, they will put 4 in double figures, finishing the night with Keaton Hughes, who finishes with 21 points, 19 in the ball game to Deshaun Sanders. It's 14 of the game each to Michael Acton and to Will Rickard. From there, it's 9 points going to Will Hume, 2 points of the ball game to Marcus Holden. 81-65 the final score. Neither team getting to the free throw line that much tonight, but when they did, they took advantage of it. Breckinridge County 2 of 3 on the night. Jonah Miller made his lone free throw attempt, while Devin Spalding 1 of 2 from the line. For Owensboro, they were 7 of 9 on the evening. Deshaun Sanders made both of his free throws, as did Keaton Hughes, going 3 for 3 from the line. Michael Acton finished 2 for 2 on the night. The only misses going to Caden Kaiser on a pair of misses in the first quarter. 81-65 the final score. Breckinridge County falls to Owensboro. We will be back in 2 minutes to wrap up tonight's broadcast with the post-game show brought to you by The Print Place, Beachy Dogs, and TGH Machine and Welding here on 104.3 The River.
Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rentals, been in business since 1973 and are still going strong and growing. They carry the largest selection of rental equipment in the area. They can also take care of all your residential and commercial plumbing needs. They haul rock, install cisterns, dig footers, basements, and backfill around your home. Call 270-756-2946. That's Joe Bennett Backhoe Plumbing and Rental, located on Old Highway 60 in Hardinsburg. A proud supporter of Breckinridge County and the Fighting Tigers. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Breckinridge County High School alumni Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow at Legacy Physical Therapy salute you, Breckinridge County, and support Breckinridge County sports. Legacy Physical Therapy is an outpatient physical therapy clinic proudly serving Breckinridge County with that Tiger pride. Located at 237 Highway 60 in Hardinsburg, Matt Mattingly and Katie Critchlow and their staff are very proud to serve their patients and their community. At Legacy Physical Therapy, they treat people, not patients.
Scores on the evening in the JV game. A little earlier, Owensboro defeated Breckinridge County 46-35. Varsity game concluding just a couple of minutes ago. Tigers lose to Owensboro 81-65. Coming up tomorrow, we will talk with the coaches, Chad Mormon and Jeff LaGrange, as a part of Inside Tiger Nation. That'll be coming your way tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. Our next game comes your way Friday evening. It'll be a split broadcast. The Fighting Tigers will host Edmonson County at Tiger Arena. Pre-game coverage with myself and Mike Harney get underway at 6:45. Meanwhile, Lady Tigers will be down in Greenville. They will be taking on Muhlenberg County. Mark Grimes will have the coverage at around 6:45 here on WXBC 1043.com and the 104.3 The River mobile app. Thanks to Landon Burnett back in Hardinsburg, keeping us on the air this evening. Shanna Bramlett for work on video as well. This is Lee Bramlett saying good night, everybody. You've been listening to Fighting Tiger Sports from 104.3 The River.